So here we go. We're going to get to the Mavericks, who send Kristaps Porzingas and a second-round pick to Washington for Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans. So a fire sale, really, in our nation's capital. Where will we see the biggest impact from this trade, Garion?
I mean, Luka's just going to go supernova. I think that's kind of the big takeaway. We've seen what he's done the past couple seasons without Porzingis on the floor. You could say, well, hey, Spencer Dinwiddie's going to need the ball. He does need the ball. He's not going to get it. So I don't know what Spencer Dinwiddie's role on this team is. I don't know what this is all going to look like in terms of, are the Mavs a good team? What does this mean for their finals odds? But I just know Luka is going to be someone who just goes crazy every single night he's on the court. I think the sort of under the radar interesting, at least from a DFS perspective, is the Wizards. I mean, who is left on this team? Brad Beal out for the remainder of the season. I would not be shocked if Kristaps Porzingis did not play another game this year. I mean, I don't know what his intentions are, but if the Wizards do see him as a long-term piece, they might just say, hey, this season's already gone. Let's just get you healthy and make sure you're 100% going into 2022-23. So yeah, you're kind of left in a situation where I guess Kyle Kuzma's just going to play point forward for this team every single night. So great for Kyle Kuzma. Maybe like Danny Advia is going to get the opportunity to show that he's not a bust as a lottery pick. Like Corey Kispert is going to get more of an opportunity. It's kind of sad what's going on in Washington right now. The fact that they acquired Ish Smith yesterday, and I'm kind of like, oh, Ish Smith, like he might actually play a role in this team now, really says all you need to know about where the Wizards are.
Matt, I feel like a lot of us just kept refreshing Twitter to see how many like future first rounders the Wizards were attaching to the deal, and we kept looking and looking, and it turns out like there were absolutely zero. Like, I don't know, this was kind of a big WTF moment of the trade deadline.
Yeah, I guess what we have here is a lot of injuries that complicate the situation. So if Kristaps Porzingis was healthy, then it would be a crazy move for the Mavericks. Like, he actually has played really well this year, and he's a much better player than Spencer Dinwiddie. Davis Bertans has his own injury concerns. So if that were the case, then sure, this would have been a terrible move for Dallas. But Porzingis hasn't been playing for the last couple of weeks, and I think they are probably just fed up with how much time he's missed, how much time he spent away from game action. So with that in mind, I just don't really see this trade as that big of a deal, because Dinwiddie, I think, is going to fill in for Jalen Brunson's previous role, where Brunson is now filling in for Tim Hardaway Jr.'s role. He's been out of the lineup too. So like, this is not a fundamentally different Mavericks team. It basically just looks like how the Mavericks looked with Porzingis injured, and now he's just on a different roster. It doesn't really matter that much to me. And same for the Wizards. Like, they were already kind of starting to tank. Once we got news Bradley Beal would be out for the season, I think the Wizards season kind of ended there. So if Porzingis doesn't play for them the rest of the year, I don't think it makes much of a difference. They're going to be in the lottery at this point, almost certainly. Really, like, the only thing that seems to be a big deal here is just how well Luka Doncic is playing. And I'm not sure I care that much that Porzingis is gone. It's more that Luka is just playing extraordinary basketball now. He's starting to find a groove. Maybe there's some truth to the fact that he comes into the start of the regular season out of shape to some extent and needs half the year to get into it. But he just scored 50 points last night. So clearly he's playing well, whatever the reason is.